Hey, what's up, guys? This is Avery, and today I'm coming with a video that's going to be pretty short. I think it's going to be a C++ program that we're making that makes the Beaufort Cipher. And before I get into the code and before I explain what the cipher is and what it does, I wanted to quickly remind you guys about the goal that we have here as a channel for this month, or for this year actually. By the end of the year, we're hoping to be able to reach 300 subs. And our channel's been growing quite fast since we've been set this goal, since we've been working on that. And now we as a channel, you guys, all the subs, we just need to get another 15. So if you guys are new here, this is your first time watching, I have a bunch of tutorial programming videos like this one, along with my main series where we're making a video game in C++ using SDL2. And that game, we're going to be coming out with another episode this week, I believe, and it's going to be finished by the end of this year. So yeah, you guys can go and check that out. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and go ahead and like the video too as well. So to explain what this cipher does, you have your plain text, the one that you want to encrypt, and then you go ahead and grab a keyword as well. And an example on this website, which is going to be the description, the keyword is fortification. But they're going to encrypt is defend the east wall of the castle. And how that works is they'll have the alphabet, and they'll have two alphabets grid together. And this one alphabet is for the plain text. This is what's going to be an encryption, and then the keyword is going to be based off of what's in here. So as you can see, it's defend. So you go to D, and then you go to D until you get to the first letter of fortification. That's going to be F. And then you go all the way, loop through here, and that's C. So every time you encrypt it, that's what it's going to get. It got a C. And the keyword is just going to be repeated every single time, so it can always fit the length of what you want to encrypt. So that's basically it. We're just going to have the alphabet. We're going to loop through the alphabet until we find the letter of the plain text. And then these ones are going to be offset every single time. It's A through Z, then it's B through Z, then A. And it's going to be offset, and then we'll just loop through it until we reach the letter. And then we loop through that again until we reach the encrypted letter. So pulling up our program right here, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to include IO stream just to make it easier, and we can check stuff. And set namespace as SD. Alright, now the function is going to return a string. And we'll just call this Beaufort. And the string we're going to return is going to be the cipher itself. So let's return the cipher. And every single time you loop through here, if you have the encrypted version already, if you run it through the same keyword, it's going to decrypt it. So there's only going to be one function. It's going to be the same function for encrypting and decrypting. So right here, we're going to pass in the text that we want to encrypt or decrypt, and we'll pass in the key. And now we need a string that has the alphabet. So let's go ahead and put that in. Alright, and now we're just going to be able to loop through that. But the first thing we want to do is we're going to loop through the text that's provided for us. So it's going to be int I, and I is greater than text.size, and I++. So now this is the first thing, looping through the text. Like I said in here, we're going to looping through it. So to defend, we're looking through until we have the D, then we're looping through the alphabet. And now inside here, we're going to just make two characters. These characters are going to be placeholders, so we can store which letters we're looking at. And this one is going to be text.I. And this one right here is going to be based on the key, the password that is given to us. And that's going to be I. And then we're going to put in key.size. And these are just two things we're going to have. That's just going to check through it every single time so we can compare stuff and save stuff. And now we're going to want to loop through the alphabet, basically. We know the alphabet is 26 letters, so we're going to go ahead and just do int j equals 0, j is greater than 26, and j plus plus. Now in here, we're just going to check if they match. So if alphabet j is equal to C0, then we can go ahead and say something called start is equal to j. And let's define that start right here. So just and start equals to 0. So that's basically, we're just going to loop through. We can figure out the position they're supposed to be at, and we can set that position to start. And to make sure the uppercase and lowercase doesn't matter, since this is an uppercase, we'll just set to upper. Now that we've got that, we can create another thing called int offset. Set that to 0 as well. And now, we can do that right outside of here. And we'll break that off right here. Now we're going to have another for loop. In this for loop, we're going to do int j equals 0, and this time, actually we're going to set that to start, because it's the starting position. And it's going to be, or no, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we're going to loop it until it gets to the start. Now j plus plus. And here we'll just do the letter. Figure out what letter it's supposed to be looking at. Well, it's going to be j mod 20 or 26. That's the size of the alphabet. And now we're just going to do if alphabet letter is equal to upper, and in there we're going to put in C1 that we defined earlier. And if so, we're going to break. And then it's just going to be offset plus plus. So it's going to loop through until it reaches it, and then it'll stop. And the offset's going to count it so you can figure out where it needs to be. And then right here, we're going to add the letter to our cipher each time. So it's going to be cipher, and it'll just be alphabet offset. But this is basically the code. It loops through the alphabet, looping through the size of the word, figures out where it is placed the alphabet, and then figures out where it is with the code. And then it adds the encrypted letter every single time to the end, and at the very end it'll return it. So let's go ahead and test that. Include Beaufort.h. Now let's do int main and do string text and key. We'll set these right here. And now we'll just run it through. Make an output. Let's do out equals with text and the key. We'll just do count out. Alright. So now let's compile that and make sure that works. Before we actually go and compile it, I just remembered one thing. I was right about that. So that's supposed to be start. This is in the second loop, for loop. And this is going to be start plus 26. And we go ahead and compile that and try this out now. It's going to be g++ main cp. I'm running it. The text can be, this is a secret message. You will never guess it. Alright, so this is a cipher. The key is that one, and this is what you get when you decrypt it. So we go ahead, we can copy that. Right, you will never guess it. And it says right here, this is a secret message. And if we were to go on this website as well, you put in the same thing right there. That's right. You will never guess it. Decrypt it. It says this is a secret message. So yeah, as you can tell, it works. And that's basically the code. It's really simple. I'm going to have the code as well in the description. There'll be a link to it so you guys can copy it yourself if you didn't get anything, if you want to compare it to mine. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And once again, remind y'all to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. I'm going to have another video out in a few days. And thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. See you guys next time.